It's Sunday evening, November 8th. Let's see if we can find some trades. Hello, traders. I'm doing my pre-market analysis Sunday evening, trying to see if I can set something up for Monday morning. Let's see what kind of stocks we can find. But first, we have to take a look at the market. For half of you, I'm sorry that your presidential candidate didn't win. For the other half, I'm happy for you. The election is behind us, and that's the good news. We should have some clarity. Hopefully, we'll get a stimulus bill signed in the next 2 or 3 weeks. That would be very good for the market. We're also looking forward to a potential coronavirus vaccine. AstraZeneca believes they'll be shipping shortly after Christmas. That's also good news. For me personally, I think that that's really the key to getting the economy back on track. We can't have all of this start and stop, virus hot, virus cold. We got to get that vaccine in. People have got to be able to get back to their normal lifestyles. On a technical basis, the market actually looks quite bullish. You can see how we had pre-election jitters. That happens most of the time. We also had the post-election rally. On average, stocks rally 6% after the election results are known, but you can see here that the market has already been in rally mode. It's suspected that Joe Biden was going to have the numbers that he needed to become president. So we've seen a rally Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and even Friday. So what I like here is the fact that the market's been able to get through this downward sloping trend line. It's right at it. And given this strong price action, I believe the market's going to continue to push higher. Got a year-end rally. You're going to get fear of missing out. Any under-allocated asset managers who are thinking that this might be a really prolonged event are playing catch-up. They're trying to get allocated in the market. So it would not surprise me if we make a new all-time high in the next few weeks. So let's take a look at some stocks that I think will work well for us. We're above the 50-day moving average. This is really kind of the stop out point that you should have if you have a lot of long positions on. I am expecting this 50-day moving average to hold. Now, could we come back and fill in some of this? Yes, we could. I don't think we're going to come back to the 100-day moving average. Buyers are too aggressive right now, so I believe that the market's going to continue to grind higher. So let's take a look at the custom search engine. Let's see what we can find. You know that I like to have good option liquidity. You can see I've got a rating of -1 to 15. That's plenty fine. Earnings date previous. Now, I want stocks that have announced earnings already. So I went back to October 1st. I could have gone back further than that. November 6th, that would be Friday. That's the latest. I don't mind if they have announced earnings on Friday. I just want that surprise component out of the way. Plus, if the stocks are coming up on my searches and they've already announced earnings, chances are the reaction is very favorable, and that might be fueling the momentum, which is great. I love that. We're also going to be taking a look at a stock that's making a 20-day high, so we want to see really nice relative strength, and a stock that had heavy volume on a daily basis Friday. We'll click scan. You can see quite a few stocks came up. Now, this would be a list that we could easily pound through. I don't want to spend that much time tonight in this video, so we're going to narrow that search a little bit more. I'm going to mark ADX bullish on a 15-minute basis. Now, this would indicate that the stock closed really, really well on Friday. Really strong close towards the end of the day Friday. Here's our list. Now, we can knock right through this fairly quickly. And you can see we've got about 7 stocks. This is exactly the routine that you would go through if you're a swing trader using Option Stalker. Sunday night, spend 20 minutes, take a look at some stocks, see if you can set yourself up for the week. Monday morning, see how the market opens, which, by the way, we have the futures up about 28 points overnight right now, so we can expect a bullish open tomorrow. Even more confirmation that we're through that D1 downward sloping trend line that I referenced earlier. So I don't believe that you need to rush in tomorrow. If the market is gapping up, take your time, wait for the bid to be tested. Sellers come in, they want to see what the conviction is on the part of buyers, and so you'll usually see a little bit of a pullback early in the day. This is a really important point because when I do these videos, it doesn't mean just rush in and willy-nilly just buy everything. Oh my gosh, this is going to be great. Here's a great pick. Boom, buy it right away. No. Watch the market, see how it opens. When you get these opening gaps higher, you're usually going to test that bid a little bit to see what the conviction of the buyers is. So here you get a nice gap up, they test it, but the bid is strong. So then the market rallies. Now you could have bought on that. That would be perfectly fine. We did get a little bit of a pullback later in the day. And if you look back earlier in the week, you also had another nice gap up that just smoked higher, but then later in the day you had a little bit of a pullback. I'm not looking for an off to the races market here, folks. I think that we're going to grind higher. I think we're going to get up to the all-time high in a couple of weeks. We could even blow through that, especially if that stimulus bill looks likely. But right now, we don't know for sure if it is or not. So be prudent, scale in. Here are some stocks that I like. So we'll take a look at what we have on the list, and we're going to go back. Whoops, sorry about that. We'll go back into the daily chart because we're swing trading. We want to focus on a daily chart. ALB, and you'll also have to excuse the double bar here on the end. Right now, all the data is updating. This is nice. We've got a breakout through horizontal resistance. We have pretty choppy price action though. You can see how the stock does not have a strong trend. It's kind of back and forth. Nice breakout. Probably a good stock. Probably will continue to move higher. Not what I'm looking for. Here you've got AVTR, and you can see a really nice breakout here through horizontal resistance above the 50-day moving average. I like that. We're going to put up the moving averages here, and we've got those. And then I also want to put up the 10 SI indicator so we can see relative strength. And if the orange line is above 0, then we know it is strong relative to the market. Not a bad little breakout. But if I'm only going to pick one or two tonight, I want to make sure I've got some good ones for you. GLUU. Nice breakout here above the 100-day moving average, good volume. This is nice, but a choppy stock, not one that I would be interested in. This has a little bit of chop, but once it sets a direction, it tends to follow through. I like this chart. This is a really nice breakout here. You can see the long tail underbody. You can see how the stock tried to come back. It found support still within the bar of this green candle here within the body. And then now we have really nice follow through. Now realize these last 3 days have been fueled by the market, but this is nice. It's got excellent volume. Symbol is IPHI. What should I do with it? Well, I'm not a huge fan of call buying. The stock has a good head of steam. I think the market's going to grind higher. I still would prefer selling out of the money bullish put spreads. I think you can lean on that 136 level, which is inside of this breakout right here. And let's take a look and see what we've got for the 135 puts. And actually, I can use a different screen that might be pulling those quotes up even quicker. We'll go to the November regular expiration, and we're going to go to the 135 strike price. And here you can see there's not a lot of premium in them. So not giving us much on that November. You can also go out a little bit further, perhaps even a December strike price. So let's see if we've got anything. I could see by the bid-ask spreads, though, they're 95 cents bid offered at $2.50. It's not giving us any information. We could drive a truck through that bid-ask spread. So I like the stock. I think this is one that we might be able to day trade. Let's take a look at that 5-minute chart. And here you can see why the trend is so strong. Look at the stock just continued to push higher. It pulled back a little bit on the close on Friday, but still very, very strong finish. I like IPHI. There's a good chance I'll be day trading this tomorrow. Before I day trade a stock, I have to like it on a swing basis, on a daily basis. Here you can see nice breakout here through horizontal resistance. Stock comes back, 1, 2, checks that horizontal resistance, which is now support. Support holds above that 50-day moving average, and the stock takes off after earnings on Thursday. That's what it did Friday. Very, very strong showing. LTHM, I believe they produce lithium type products, so with electric cars gaining in popularity and with the new administration being more uh, green. I believe that this stock is starting to catch some interest in here. By the way, solar stocks have been very, very hot this week as well. PAAS, that is a silver miner. You can see this downward sloping trend line right here and a breakout above that downward sloping trend line, and the stock is above the 100-day moving average. Silver's been doing well. Precious metals have been doing well. If the stimulus bill is signed, that means there will be an extra $2 trillion floating around. The more dollars you have floating around, the less the dollars are worth. When the dollar goes down, precious metals go up. That's how that works. So if the stimulus plan looks like it's going to get signed, you can expect precious metals to continue to do well. Roku, here we go. This is nice, okay? Just looking at it technically, stock has been tracking that 50-day moving average, find support there before earnings. There's your earnings announcement on Thursday. Friday, it was a rocket shot through that horizontal resistance at 240. I really like Roku. Let's see if we can find some options that might work for us. Now, this is going to be a relatively speculative play. We're not going to buy calls, but we're going to sell some puts that are close to the money. So let's see what we've got for the November 13th expiration, and let's see what we've got for a 240 strike. And this would be a pretty aggressive play. We're going to sell the 240s. We're going to buy the 237.50s, 2.5 points between the strike prices. I'd like to get 50 cents for this. The spread is currently 37 cents bid, offered at 68. 50 cents would be right smack dab in the middle. Actually, 52 would be in the middle. I like this one. Now, I don't know if Roku is going to pull back a little bit after such a monster run, but we would be leaning on that 240 strike price right there, which was the prior resistance level that should be support. So very aggressive play will yield a very nice return of 25% in a week if we can get this trade off. You can also see that the downward sloping trend line here has been breached. If Roku opens soft on Monday, let it come in. Try and get as much credit for it as you can. This is a very short-term trade. This is only 1 week long. If you're not able to watch the market intraday, this stock moves. Probably not going to be a great play for you. If you want to try and trade Roku and you are a longer-term trader who cannot watch the market during the day, then I think you've got to come all the way down here, maybe even to the 210 strike price. Get down as close to this low right here as you can. So I'll go out into December and I'll show you a much more passive play that credit spreaders can take a look at. So we'll go all the way out to the December 18th expiration, and let's go as far out of the money as we can to increase our probability of success. And let's see if we can even go all the way down to maybe the 202.50. 202.50, 200. They don't have strike prices that close together down here. So we may have to go with a 2, let me clear that, 200, 195. And there you can see I'd need to get $1 for that. That would put us all the way down here on that 50-day moving average, though. That would be quite safe, in my opinion, provided that the stock continues to go higher and that breakout holds. We can take a look at a little bit closer here, and we can go with the 205, 200, and there you can see that's still offered for less than $1. You're going to have to go closer to the money. Might even have to go to this 217.50, but this is the process that you have to go through. So you just keep taking a look and seeing how close you can go, feel comfortable with that support level. And here you can see we're getting closer. Now we're 70 cents bid offered at $1.50. Excuse me, 70 cents bid offered at $1.30. So $1 is doable. That would be the 215, 210 bullish put spread for longer term traders. Now, if the stock takes out this low right here from Friday, then I think you should shut that trade down if you're out in December, because it's a longer term trade. You got to be a little bit more conservative. You got to watch these technical points. If you're in the November spread, we want this 240 level to hold this week. If the stock runs $5 higher tomorrow, $10 higher on the open, you don't have a trade. You do not have a trade. You've got to watch it. You can day trade it. You can, contemplate other trades, but don't chase anything right now. So I do like Roku. I think that sets up well. And we got one more stock to take a look at that came up on the list, and that's SQ. SQ also looks really good. You can see it's a fairly volatile stock recently. Pullback here, nice rally, pretty deep pullback right there, almost down to that 100-day moving average. It is through this horizontal resistance level right here. I like it. I think the stock goes higher. I'd have to get down to this 50-day moving average right around that 165 price level. And there again, you're probably going to be going out fairly far. Same idea. If you're a longer term swing trader, get as far out of the money as you can. Look at the Decembers, go down to the 165 strike, and you're going to have to go 165, 160. And there you can see it's 30 cents bid, offered at $1.13. A dollar credit, unlikely. Any little pullback in the stock though, and you might be able to get filled on this. You want to make sure that that breakout right there holds. Let's take a look at that price point. Hover over it. Right there you can see the high is 192.84. You want that breakout to hold. We don't know yet. It's barely poked through right now. Will it add to gains on Monday? Perhaps. I like the fact that it's through this downward sloping trend line right here. If you want to get more aggressive with this, then you can look right at that price point and sell a bullish put spread just below it. So 193.44. You'd have to probably go a 190 strike price on that. We'll take a look at the NOV 13s and see what they're at. NOV 13. And here we go. Again, this would be an alternative to getting long the stock or buying calls, is to sell a close to the money bullish put spread. Try and get as far out of the money as you possibly can. And in this case, you can see we can go farther out than that. I'm going to look at the opening right here, which was, I believe, well, the low is 182. So if we can get down to maybe that 180 strike, let's see what we've got there. And then I'm going to conclude the video tonight. So we'll click that, click that. You've got 12 cents bid offered at 32 cents. I would need to get 50 cents for it, which is not likely unless it pulls back below this breakout. That would not make it a very good trade for me. But I do like SQ. I want to see what it does Monday. I just need some more information on it. It's pretty close to this breakout. If it opens Monday and it continues to grind higher, then I'll feel pretty confident that this support level is going to hold, and then I might be able to key off of that price level. So out of the stocks that we looked at, there were some nice ones. I really liked IPHI. I'll probably trade that tomorrow. I'll day trade it. LTHM looked pretty good. Might present day trading opportunity. PAAS is going to move with silver and precious metals. Out of all of them, Roku looked really good. I like that one. SQ also looked like it might have the potential to grind higher. If I weren't describing all of this to you, I probably would have been able to knock through this in about 5 or 10 minutes, not even. Boom, boom, boom. I would have my trades for tomorrow, but I wanted to make sure that I explained the process. I wanted to give you some technical analysis that I take a look at. I also wanted to show you some unique variables that you can use within the custom search engine in Option Stalker to really narrow your universe of stocks. Thanks so much. Have a great night. If you like the content, please give it a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel so that you never miss any of these videos, because I always have some great picks in them for you, and this will help you start your trading Monday morning. Have a great night. We'll see you tomorrow. Thank you for watching this YouTube video. I'm Pete Stolzers, and I'm going to keep the trade ideas coming along with lots of education. So make sure to subscribe to the channel and please turn on your notifications so that you never miss another trade. If you like the content, please give it a thumbs up. I've loaded 2 other videos that I think you're really going to enjoy. Stay tuned. We'll see you soon.